Hey AP, gonna do some video announcements today because there's a lot to go over. And yes, I'm totally reading this off my computer right now because if I don't, this video ends up 7.5 minutes long, and I don't think you need a 7.5 minute video. So we're gonna try and keep it under 5. So I'm just gonna read these announcements that I typed up. Okay, and number 1. So I'm aware that today's schedule was completely changed and that admin had you pre-bubbling for the SAT and the ACT work keys tests today, which means that you had no time in class to work on the culminating activity for chapter 4, which was due today. This culminating activity is what activities number 1 through 10 were leading up to and preparing you for. It is a synthesis essay, your first one, so I definitely still want you to do this assignment. I've changed the due date, so the due date for it is now this Friday. And the assignment that you're supposed to do on Wednesday, AP Classroom Synthesis Essay number 1, The Role of Public Libraries, I have made an extra credit assignment. So that assignment for AP Classroom that was due on Wednesday is now an extra credit assignment. The mandatory assignment is culminating activity for chapter 4. So please make sure you get that one done. And the AP Classroom one, if you want some extra practice on how to write a synthesis essay, do that, get some extra credit. Okay, I also know that Wednesday is spend a day at DSA, and there's nothing I can do about that except for say that, again, the only major writing assignment you have this week is culminating activity for chapter 4 and some grammar assignment on Friday as well. Okay, so that's announcement number 1. Second announcement. Many of you have probably noticed the amount of zeros I just put into the grade book. I went through activities 1 through 10, and if you haven't turned those in, I put the zeros in the grade book. All 10 of those activities were due before spring break. As a result, 13 of you are currently failing AP language. 13. Okay? That's not okay. That's over half the class is currently failing. Now I know what you're thinking. Ms. Josephson, can I still turn in those assignments? And the answer to that is yes. Yes, you can. You have until the Friday before the end of the quarter, which would be this Friday, to turn in all late and missing assignments. But I will give you until the Monday before the end of the quarter, which is next Monday, April 11th. So you have 1 week to finish all of your missing assignments. And when I say all of your missing assignments, I mean all of your missing assignments, all the way back to February 1st. So if you didn't do Googling Strangers, you can still turn in Googling Strangers. Didn't do Diet Dr. Pepper? Turn in Diet Dr. Pepper. Get some credit for it. Assignments that are more than 2 weeks late will only get 50%, but half credit is better than 0 credit. So please get those in and get your grades up. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Kennedy Wheeler, Latavia, David, Keon, and Raven for having no missing assignments right now. And a shout out to Kennedy Wheeler, who has the only A in the class presently, and to Latavia and Jewel, who have the only B's in the class right now. So good job, ladies. Third announcement. Please see the note I left over spring break. I really need to see an improvement in the quality of work being turned in. I was really disappointed by the Beauty and the Ordinary essays. It didn't have a time limit, and yet almost every single one of you only wrote 3 paragraphs. Remember way back in February when we looked at, I guess way back in January, when we looked at what a top marked AP essay looked like? It was 3 pages, guys. 3 pages. And you guys are only turning in 3 paragraphs with no time limit. So that's just kind of disappointing is really the only word for it. It's disappointing. So please up your game. If I have to repeat myself in terms of feedback, like, hey, this isn't a strong thesis, or hey, you don't have enough evidence here. If I have to repeat those kinds of comments to you, you can guarantee you're not going to get higher than a C on that assignment. All right, last announcement. I know that we said there wouldn't be an essay on the SAT this year, and that's because all of our training in October told us there would be no essay on the SAT this year. But apparently the state of Michigan went ahead and ordered an SAT test with an essay. And so next week on the SAT, you will have an essay portion that you will have to do. But do not fear and do not freak out. For my friends here in AP, you are the most prepared for the essay on the SAT because the SAT is created by College Board. College Board also creates the AP exams. The SAT essay portion is a rhetorical analysis essay, meaning that you will have to identify the SOAPs, you will have to identify the author's thesis statement, and explain how the author proves that thesis statement through the use of their evidence and reasoning. So you got this. It's a rhetorical analysis essay. We've been doing that since November. Cool? Got this. All right, that's it for my announcements. I didn't make it under 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I'll talk to y'all later. Here's a picture of a sleeping baby. Okay, love you all. Bye.